making some bush tea. This is fever grass and bay leaf blend. This is the fever grass. An international follower and subscriber told me it's equivalent and same to lemongrass. It also is good to plant next to your house. It's the scent from it claims that it helps to deter biting critters and insects. It prevents them from entering your house if you use it to plant it next to windows and doors or entry point. This is the moringa. It's doing well. This one is a plum that my dad harvests from the ranch. He got the plant from his dad, my granddad, and we're preserving in honor of their memory. All you Kirby Lane lovers, I don't think any of you will ever have Kirby Lane pancake like this. With open fire, you gotta stay on top of it. I just stepped away just for a quick second, and it's trying to go out. And I got it back up. You can see the tea is also starting to, well, the water is starting to change. The tea is starting to ferment and make a delicious tea. Got the battered hard setting ready. Now I gotta go pull some more firewood. It seems like it's about to have a major downpour. We made it. Now we got some flames going again. But it's because the wood and the sticks and the twigs are a little moist, so we gotta steam out get the temperature up, get the moisture up before it can generate heat. But that's also a good thing, because this tea, it says that you don't need to bring it to like a high boil. It's best that if you just have it on a low simmer to where the oils and stuff can be pulled out, and then you let it sit and steep for about, you let it steep on low for about 5 to 10, 15 minutes, your choice. And then you also want it to sit for another 5 minutes or so. And it didn't look like it was going to come down, but it's coming down. I just got a whiff of it, so it's fermenting, it's cooking. Messed up some of my firewood, pulled some of my firewood, and then I set it down, forgot about it, and left it out in the rain. This is one breakfast and one tea that I'm gonna struggle and suffer, endure to make, and I'm gonna enjoy it. The rain came down so fast I forgot to grab my frying pan to make my pancakes, but it's a good thing because it would be getting wet out here right now. The bay leaf, you can't really smell it too much, but the fever grass, the lemongrass, you can smell it. One thing I can say, I'm not generating enough heat to really make this tea. It's just lukewarm flames right now. And the second thunder and lightning on this. Some days things are not going to go according to plan. You're just going to have to buck up, put your big boy pants on, and just keep on chucking away at it. I knew this would be a rough day, but I came out anyway hoping that it wasn't going to be this bad. So if the leaves are very green, they don't look like dried, then you know the tea is not fully finished. So that's what I'm trying to go for. You see that one right there, dead center of the screen? That's what it's supposed to look like. It's definitely going to be a smoke infused tea. I know what to do, how to keep a flame going no matter what kind of weather it is. But this one came down way too fast. My plan was to make the pancake on an open fire from Kirby Lane, the Kirby Lane blend. I don't know if that's going to happen. That most definitely is not generating enough heat to heat up a cast iron pan. And the rain is really coming down. I brought a shirt, I stuck it over in a little corner. It's soaking wet, I'm assuming. Just one of those days where the tropical rainstorm is just dominating the day. And I was so jazzed up and excited. I was like, man, that's gonna be the first time I was gonna make some pancakes and do it on an open flame and use the Kirby Lane blend and enjoy it. I don't think that's going to happen. I can't even get the tea going. That's how tough it is. I had to put it like that to basically put everything in all one spot so I can make this tea and get it close to the finish line. The leaves are starting to change color as well, as you can see. And the thunder and lightning is just starting to intensify as well. They stop. With all that, it's starting to steam and boil the way it needs to be. Finally got some good heat underneath there. Everything says that this tea tastes better once you allow it to sit there and let it steam. Or maybe I should steep, but I was getting ready to pour it into my jug so I can get out of the rain. I'm gonna hustle back to the house and see if I go get that pan and see if I can at least make some pancakes. At least get one or two. Okay, I went and got this cast iron pan and let's see if I can heat it up. The trick is trying to find items that will burn, that is wet, and keep this fire going. I can tell the pan is getting hot enough, but I'm blowing a lot of little ash in the pan. I'm eating a lot of smoke as well. I'm already eating smoke, so I just went ahead and grabbed some of my wet twigs, chuck it on there, and I'm gonna see if I blow on it, get it up to temperature and dry those out and see if I can get this thing hot enough to whip up some pancakes. I got it going. Those little twigs that was soaking wet, they're starting to ignite and give me a solid, good, solid, strong flame. My batter been sitting here for quite a while. I've never seen it like this before because it's been more than 10, 15, 20 minutes sitting here. Didn't expect it to take so long. So they say you can take temperature with the palm of your hands or with the back side of your hand. So you can do it like that. You can do it like that. That's for cooking. When you're doing temperature on humans, you want to use the back side of your hand. It's getting bigger and bigger. I add some huge stump in there. I add this stump right here. Add this one. And then that one down there I add. You can see the little tip there starting to ignite. With all that, I forgot about the tea. So now I'm gonna check the temperature using skin down. Oh, it's cold. So it's been sitting here for more than 10 minutes now. is the first time tea took me so long. For this specific blend, they say add lime or lemon juice to it. It's gonna help immensely. Look at the flames now. The flames is crawling above the skillet right there. I might have to go grab some more twigs and stuck them in there to keep that flame going, that hot temperature. Oops. Almost got some hair swinge there. Put my first one on there and then forgot and realized I didn't bring my spatula nor a plate. Time I got the spatula, this one burnt on me. See how I'll do with the second one. The cast iron is hot to the touch. When you're cooking like this, you just can't just be cooking. You gotta also pay attention to your flames, your fire. Keep on stoking it. I burnt the second one. I'm doing something wrong. I know I'm doing something wrong because this is not the first time. Actually, it's the second time I've done it. I did a trial run before, so something is off. I just took the pan off, washed it, and I'm gonna try again. Because I got a good strong flame now. I was able to get this one, but it was a major struggle. I think I lost my oil stick resistance on the pan. That's what happened. That non-stick film that I had on there, it seems like it's all gone now.